Ramesh, are you able to hear me? Hemant, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So previous class we discussed about the document object model and this tree structure also we discussed. So then how we can change the elements using the DOM element. So we can change the elements, we can add the elements, and we can do with the events, and we can do with the CSS animation. We can apply the CSS using JavaScript DOM elements. Okay, so we can see one by one how we can. So what are the elements we can have? So first thing, yes, DOM elements. So what are the different type of DOM elements we are having? Okay, first one, document that get element by ID, find an element by element ID. Okay, using DOM element, so we can find the elements. Okay, so first method is find document that get element by ID. So whatever the ID is having, so we can find the values regarding that ID. The next one is a document that here we are having the small difference. Okay, first one is document that get element by ID. Why they are giving element? Because of always ID is unique, so that's why they are giving element. Okay, next one, document that get elements by tag name. Get elements by tag name. We don't know how many elements with that tag name. So maybe either paragraph, either division element, either span element, either some special tag name. Okay, so we are having a possibility to more than one element. So that's why they are giving document that get elements by tag name. Okay, so the next one, a document that get elements by class name. Class name also we can give the multiple class name. We can give the same class name to other elements also. There is no limit. So we can give the same class to other elements also. That's why here we are giving the document that get elements by class name. Okay, so then changing the HTML element. So to change the HTML element, so we are having the element dot inner HTML. To add or change the element, we are having the inner dot HTML to change the values of HTML elements. Okay, the next one, element dot attribute. If you want to add a new attribute, yes, we can add it. If you want to add if you want to change the attribute, we can change that attribute. Okay, so the next one is the element dot style dot property. Element dot style dot property. So we can add the new styles. We can add the new styles. So the next one is the methods. We can add the methods also. So then elements of that set attribute. So before, so we are adding the attributes, right? Element dot attribute. So we are adding the new attribute. So then, so if you want to set an attribute values, so then elements dot set attribute, which attributes we are going to add the value. Okay. So that these are the DOM methods. These are the DOM methods, DOM elements. Okay, adding and deleting elements. Document dot create element, document dot remove child, append child, remove child, replace child, and document dot write. Okay, so this the document dot write you already see. So to create a new HTML element, to create a new HTML, either paragraph, either division, either span, so we can use the method called document dot create element. What element you want to give, you want to create. Okay, so the next one, so we want to append that one. We want to append whatever previous we are creating. Okay, document dot create element, just creating the element, but where we have to add that one, where we have to append. Okay, so document dot append or append child is the append that created element to the our document, then remove child and replace child. The next one document dot write. Okay, so another one is the method document dot get element by id dot on click. So then function, so we are calling the function code. Okay, so as usual this is a normal method only. Okay, so the next one, so we can discuss one by one. So first one is the DOM elements. What we are having, finding HTML elements by id, finding HTML elements by class name, elements by tag name, elements by css selector, elements by html object collection. So we can see one by one. So first we can get the element by id. How we can get the element by id? 83 84.html. Okay, so here we are already having my id. Welcome to DOM element. So then how can get this element? So here it is. So first we have to get the element. So then let my element I equal to document dot get element by id. Okay, so then what is the value? So then what is my id? Okay, so this is the one. So we can see what it is having inside of this one. So console.log my element, my element. We can comment this one. JS 84.html. See, this is what we are getting. This is what we are getting. So then we have to append that one. We have to append to, have to append some text to that one. So then document dot get element by id. We can create another div. Okay, so we are having id equal to new element. Okay, this is my id, so I am adding text to the one. So new element dot inner html equal to equal to, so then we are adding some text. So we are adding adding new element, new text using document or get element by id, get element by id plus, so then whatever we are having this one element, my element dot inner html. Okay, now we can see there we are added, sorry, not here, so we have to add here. Okay, so then we can see. Okay, welcome to DOM elements, it is added. So this way we will get the value using document.get element by id. So then we can append to another element. Okay, we can append to another element. So the next one is the after get elements by tag name, get elements by tag name. So same thing, we are having the paragraph, and so another paragraph I am creating paragraph. So we are working with element dom elements. Okay, so then three paragraphs I have. Okay, so then here I'm commenting complete this one. Okay, then after that here get elements by tag name. Okay, so here you can see, so let my element equal to document dot get elements by tag name. Okay, get elements by tag name. So which tag we are having? Paragraph tag we are having. So then if you can observe console.log, so then my element. Okay, now you can see where dollar. All right, here we are. See now, PID, my ID. So these are all the things. Okay, so this is the element we are having. So inner html and inner text. Okay, welcome to DOM element for first one. Okay, so there is no child, so that's why they are placing the node list is empty inside, so there is no node list. Okay, so then second element empty paragraph, third element paragraph with id called, so new element we are having. Okay, so these are the elements we are getting. So in which format we are receiving? In array format, html collections. Okay, so these things are, so when the values dom elements are getting in the array format, so these elements are collections. Total we are having the three collection elements, that means so three array elements we are having. Okay, one is p with my id, so normal paragraph element, so then paragraph with new element. Okay, paragraph with new element we are having. Okay, so then first suppose if you want to get these values, so we have to, so then console dot console.log. So what is this one? My element dot length. So this is as usual normal arrays only. Normal arrays only. For suppose if you want to get the first element, so you can get it. So if you want to get the last element, then we can get it. So last element we don't have anything. So we are having only one, two. Third element is empty, right? So then if you want to get element my element dot console.log my element dot my element that sorry, so it is came in array format, right? So we are having the index. So then we will see, for suppose if you want to get the first element, so this is the second, so we will receive this one. We are working with down element. Okay, so we are working with down element. Okay, clear? Same thing if you want to append this one to the this one, same thing. You want to append this to document.get element by adding new element. So then we are adding new text element to this one. We are appending to this one. Okay. Now you can see third element. Okay. Clear. So this way we will get the tag name. So same thing with the class name also. Class name also. Here we are having the only tag. So now if you want to add with class name P, okay. So working with DOM DOM class elements. Okay, so then we have a class called class equal to DOM c1. Okay, so then here also we are having the DOM c1. Okay, so then if you can see this one, same thing, nothing instead of tag name, so we have to place the tag name only. So almost both are same. Okay, so here we are having the document.get elements by class name. Okay, what is my class? DOM c1. Then so we will get only these two, first and this one. Okay, so then next one, that element length is 2. So then we will get 3. HTML collections only 2 we are having. Okay, so then length is 2. So then we are getting, so working with DOM class elements. Okay, so this is the way we will get the class names. Okay, so the next one, CSS selector. How we will get the selectors. Selectors mean, what are the selectors? Selectors, what are the different selectors we are having in CSS? What are the different selectors? Document that get sorry, first one is the tag selector, just now we discussed. So the next one is ID selector, document that get element by ID. All right. So then after that, the next class selector. All right. Class selector. Now you can see. So how we will get. So here we are having the paragraph. So then I want to, for suppose this one we are having a div element. A div element we are having. Okay, so previously if we can execute, we will get the same result. So then how we can apply the selectors in this? Okay, how we can apply the selectors in this? Okay, so this one is the using CSS selectors. Selectors. Okay, so then now see. So this one is using CSS class name. So now you can see, so we want not this class name. So document dot query query selector selector all. Okay. So then first suppose we are having div with we will see query selector cannot read the properties undefined reading inner HTML where we are having. Okay, so we didn't get anything, so that's why we are not getting in. So div dot div dot div dot. We have only one element, so then I am placing 0th position. Okay, now you can. So no errors. So inside we are having only one node list we are having. One node list we are having. So then this length is 1. So then this is we are having. Okay, we are taking the div tag selector and class selector. We are combining both the things. Okay, so these things are called the query selectors. So if you want to combine the both, then we have to use the query selector. Okay, clear? So the next concept is HTML. So we already discussed HTML also. HTML elements, element by ID, tag name, class name. So then HTML content. How we can get the content and how we can change the content inside of this one. How we can change the inside of this one. Okay. So we already discussed this one. Then we can take the new eth5.html. So then removing all these things. Okay. So then first thing, so how we can get the content inside of this one. So my new element document dot get element by id. So then so my id. Okay. So my id clear. So if you can see that one, so then if you can add the console inside of that one, 85.html. So that's it. So this is the way we can get. But so if you can print this one in the browser, if you can print this one in the browser, document dot, so where we can append this one, document dot get element by id we have one empty element, new element we have. So then dot inner html equal to, so whatever we are getting. So this way we can get the html elements value. What happening? Element dot inner html. Okay, so this way we can add it. This way we can add it. For suppose if you want to change this one, if you want to change inside of this one only my id only, so then document dot get element by id inner html directly we can add the text. That means we are changing the text. Okay, working with DOM elements by id. The first one is change. First one is change. So this way we can work it. So then, so if you want to change the, if you want to change the specific image, for suppose if you are having any image inside of this one, img src, so then images slash, so any images are there inside of this one, no images. So here we are having, you can copy this one and we are placing images slash, we have bg.jpg. Okay, so then width equal to 200 pixels. Okay, close this one. So then if I can execute this one, this way we are displaying. So how many images having inside of this one? We have only, so then, so I'm taking this one Google Sync. So then I'm adding inside this one GS. Okay, so then I want to change with that new one. So then how I can change it? So then document dot my element document dot get element by id src. So what is this one? Image dot src. So we have to add id equal to my image. Okay, my img dot. Okay, so then if you can see this one, so this is one we are having. So then dot src. So then we will see what we are getting. Okay, so this is the path of image we are receiving. This is the path of image we are receiving. For suppose if you want to change this one document.get element by id my img, so then I'm changing with src with, so which image we are having instead of that one, so gs dot png we are having global sync. What happened? Is not png, png only. Images slash. Okay, we have to give the correct path, right? So this way we can change the elements. So this way we can change the elements. Okay. So for suppose, so the next one is the document dot write. How we can write the element. So as previous discussed, document dot write, document dot write. So suppose if you want to print the date function, date of, date of. Now you can see. Okay, so this is the date we can print inside of that one. Clear? Clear? So these are the HTML elements we are having. These are the HTML elements we are having inside of DOM elements. Okay, so the next one is the HTML forms. HTML forms, how we can work with HTML, how we can get the value using form values. Okay, so then we will see. 86. 86.html. So then copying same, and so now we need to create a form, right? Now we need to create a form. So then form, okay, close form. Inside form we have a label and label, enter and name. Okay. So then after that, input type equal to text. So then name equal to name. So then next. So placeholder, enter your name. Okay. So then close. We have a submit button, right? So input type equal to, okay, submit. Okay. Then value equal to submit. Then you can see now 86. Okay. So we are having a form. All right. So then how we can get this element? How we can get the form? So then we can add for form. Okay. So name equal to this, my form name is my form. So the next one, action equal to some hash. Okay. So then I am validating on submit. So then validate is the method name. Validate is the method name. So then validate. So I want to create a function with function. So then validate created. So then alert. So then okay. So what? So I'm checking. So the form is working or not. Okay. Alert one is coming. That means so it is when I submit and I click on a submit button, it is coming to this form, this function. Okay. So then I want to get the element. Let name equal to let name equal to document dot forms. I'm checking with my form name. So form name equal to, so this is my form, right? This is the form name. So then what is the element? What is the element? Name, right? So name dot value. Okay. So if we are having the value, if we are having the value, if if name equal to empty. Okay. So then document dot or console.log. So then name must be filled. Okay. So this way we can do the JavaScript validation or return false. Okay. Or else. So then console.log console.log. So we can print name. Okay. Now you can see. Okay. So when I submit, cannot read the property undefined my form. What happened with my form? Same only. Here it means also name only same. So then what happened? Sorry. Name. So this way we will get. Okay. What happened? Cannot read the properties Okay, name must be filled. Name must be filled. For suppose if you are having, okay, when I submit this one, I'll get that value. Form is reloading, it is going to that redirection, so that's why we are not getting the any value here. It is redirecting to another one. Okay, so if we can put the return false, then it is staying here only. Then it is staying here only. Okay, now nothing. Okay, so the next one, so another one we can place it alert r document dot write. So then name we can write it. Okay, clear. So this way we can do validations with JavaScript. Okay, so we are having the different type of methods in this one. Okay, so the next one, CSS, how we can apply the CSS. How we can apply the CSS to this one. Okay, so basically copying same thing or copying this one. IT 7.html. How we can apply the CSS to this. Okay, so I have these elements, paragraph element, a div element, this image. Okay, so then how I can add the element. So for suppose document dot get document dot get element by id. So then if what is my id dot dot style dot color equal to equal to orange. Okay, so then document dot document dot get elements by document dot